Hello, wrestling fans. It's me, the real Bobby Munson, and I'm coming to you with another edition of Rob's Rockin' Wrestling. Just got done attending the HIW Wildside Halloween Spooktacular, and what a spooktacular event it was, in fact. This was the accumulation of their HIW Wildside Provincial Championship tournament that's been going on all summer long. So this night would see the results leading to the finale of this particular event. To start the night off, though, we were introduced to Los Rudos, who recently were guests upon my show. So Los Rudos coming out, and GM Dice Steel was trying to hand the provincial championship over to El Asesino, who he believed was a man of honor and a man who would defend that title with honor as well too. And I'm not saying he's wrong there, but we all know that nobody likes a title to be handed over in wrestling, period. So out comes Gabriel Jackson, CEO of HIW, who is not going to have any of this. He takes the title off of El Asesino, says that it will be contested in the tournament still tonight, and he banishes El Asesino from the actual tournament. He then says that El Asesino will still be competing that later that night. He will be taking on the Skyflyer Jeff Tyler in a Halloween, I believe it's a trick or street fight, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I got the naming of that wrong, but a trick or street fight. So a no holds barred match later in the evening. So that would be quite the treat. So they go to the back, and the night begins with the first match in the tournament of the evening. This was Kat Von Hees against Bobby Sharp. And yes, there would be a lot of times throughout the night, well, at least a couple times, I should say. Anyway, Bobby Sharp believing that he could definitely defeat his own wife, Kat Von Hees. Definitely saying that, she was not capable of defeating him yet, in not so surprising fashion, because we know Kat Von Hees is an excellent wrestler. She ends up beating Bobby Sharp to advance to the next round. Up next, we had another match in the tournament. It would be Bryce the Slammer Sova. Yes, Bryce Sova taking on the Matt Messiah Sean Moore in what was a very fast-paced, hard-hitting affair. Yes, this match was kind of off the hook, and yes, Bryce the Slammer Sova picking up the win. He would then advance to the next round himself too. Then from there, we would see the match. Tag team action, I believe now. So sorry to stumble on my words here. Just a little bit tired from the evening. But yes, we had tag team action. We had the team of the Convict and the Invincible Brett Evans taking on the team of Davey O'Doyle and Bucky McGraw. This match was very, very, very interesting, to say the least. Brett Evans very entertaining from his corner, calling the shots, telling the Convict how to do his job. In the end, Brett Evans leaving his partner in the ring while he walked to the back, allowing for Bucky and Davey to get a victory in this match. Everyone looking good in this match so far too. Moving on from there, we go back to the tournament. Yes, the next round, Kat Von Hees coming out for another round, and this time against Bryce the Slammer Sova. So who would win to go on to the finals to take on Michael Richard Blaze later in the evening for the title? This match here was the one, I think, that really woke the crowd up. Not that the crowd was not woken up, but there was a lot of excitement during this match. Bryce the Slammer Sova, if you're familiar with his work, known to be the mayor, the deputy, the whatever of Slam City. I mean, this guy comes out and he's all about the slams, and yet I believe the first true slam of the night in this match came from Kat Von Hees slamming Bryce the Slammer Sova, and the crowd went mental for it. They were up in their seats, cheering, yelling. Kat was the star of the show. No matter what the result would end up being, Kat was stealing the show all night long. In the end, she managed to get the win over Bryce the Slammer Sova, advancing her to the finals to take on Michael Richard Blaze later in the evening. So yes, fans were happy. Everyone's happy. So yes, next we had That street fight we're talking about, yes, the trick or street fight between El Assassino and the Skyflyer, Jeff Tyler. And good God, talk about carnage. These two tore into each other. There was belts being used across their bodies. They were bringing in the chairs, smashing each other into chairs. Then Jeff Tyler pulls out a bag that very much resembles the same kind of bag that any wrestling fans used to seeing thumbtacks in. And what's he pull out of there? He pulls out some candy rockets, and he's tossing rockets to the crowd, but then he dumps the rockets in the middle of the ring, so we know somebody's getting slammed into that damn pile of rockets in that ring there too. So yes, a lot of back and forth exchange. Yes, Dice Steel was actually barred from ringside in this match, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on whose side you are on, we know that there is a third member of Los Rudos, El Musculo, and El Musculo was down at ringside trying to cause the distractions for Jeff Tyler, but in the end, it was the Skyflyer that managed to pick up the victory in this particular match, but he was not the man who walked out under his own power. Yes, Jeff took an absolute destructive beating from all three members of Los Rudos after it was complete. Los Rudos setting the tone for the Los Rudos era. And yes, what a scary time it would be to be against these gentlemen. So yes, definitely looking strong. The three of them might have not picked up the victory, but they're walking out the victors despite the result of the match. Now we go on to the main event of the evening. The main event is going to be to decide the new HIW Wildside Provincial Champion, and this match was incredible. Michael Richard Blaze, we know God's gift to wrestling, comes out, he works the crowd, he really gets people to hate him. And yes, Kat had already fought two amazing matches earlier in the evening. She gave it her absolute best, and just when you think that, she couldn't dig down any deeper, she manages to dig down deep, and she fought back and pulled off the victory. Kat Von Hees is your new HIW Wildside Provincial Champion. Congratulations, Kat. Excellent showing. Your 3 matches, incredible. The fact that you went out there and were able to perform 3 times in a single night, all the credit to you. Well-deserved title win. Great night. I want to thank HIW Wildside and HIW for once again having me present at the show and allowing me to do these reviews for them as well too. It was a wonderful evening. If you have not been to an HIW Wildside or HIW Canada show, you should definitely go and check one of them out. For show details, you can check them out on Facebook or head on over to hiwcanada.ca for more details as well too. Definitely going to be worth the price of admission. I know there's another show coming up here in Saskatoon Friday, November the 10th at the Sutherland Hall, so if you have an opportunity, find your tickets for that. I believe tickets can be found at Glitch Gifts and Novelties and also Speckle Bellies, so definitely go check those two out, or check out hiwcanada.ca if you are interested in making it out to that show. That's going to be it for me today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. If you could do me a big favor, click the subscribe button below. It really helps out. And definitely, if you want to, share this podcast out as well too. I would be ever so gracious. You people are wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend.